With 26 days, 19 hours, and 44 minutes remaining, Coastal Highway still has a few remaining locations to search, but as the list grows ever smaller, Mystery Lake is slowly inching toward the top of my list for some of the most elusive items we've yet to find. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Challenges meta-series, where we are playing the Whiteout Challenge and generally doing entirely too well. I do need some rest. And there's an argument to be made for just going ahead and getting that rest while I'm sitting here. So I'm thinking about it. I suppose it might depend on how the weather is when I wake up, but you know what? Let me just go ahead and chow down on a couple of these candy bars. Maybe not even all of them. Well, I'm confident that I'm going to have enough food. So let's drink some water. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and rest. Seems like a good way to start off this episode, just to have a nice fresh start. I might be able to repair something really quick with a little bit of the time I have left. That's a 30-minute repair. Might be able to pull that off. Let's try it. Shazam! Alright, there we go. So now, let's sleep for... We're going to get about 8.5 hours. And then wake up much more ready to take on our next task. So the remaining area that we have in Coastal Highway to search, for those of you just getting caught up, or who maybe are seeing this as the first episode in the series that you are spotting, we have what we're going to call the Cattail River on the west side of the zone to search. And it looks like we are just about at the beginning of the day here. Anyway, let me drink one of these teas. I have the well-fed bonus, which is really quite nice. Let's poke our heads outside and see how the weather is. It doesn't sound awful. Nope, that's actually pretty good. I'm going to beeline for this hut here, because if there's a wolf around, I can duck into the hut momentarily. If there's not a wolf, then I can just go ahead and move down the road. So, it's going to start getting brighter as this episode begins. My objective for this particular episode, my objective for what we have ahead of us, is to search the Cattail River and the other remaining houses on this side of the zone that we haven't really visited yet. There are also a few fishing huts, which I haven't quite checked yet, so that could be worth looking at. But I might do some kind of satellite drops. I still have one satellite drop on the opposite end of the highway close to Desolation Point. There's an area with a few houses at the end of the zone on the eastern side that I dropped some things just by the road because I was so encumbered when I was leaving. So maybe closer to when the storm is going to arrive, if I'm still polishing off like wood, for example, because that's a lot of what I dropped, then I can go to that pile and get some stuff. But I may use that same strategy for some of the things I find on this side of the zone. I'm not currently that encumbered, so nothing I'm necessarily carrying right now, but if I happen to find a lot with my remaining few trips here in Coastal Highway, then I might drop some stuff off at the top of the zone near where Mystery Lake's kind of transition zone begins. The ravine. We do have a pry bar now, thank God. That's been useful. So let's see if we... Ooh, decent climbing socks. Let me hop into the back real quick and see. We got a note left behind. Wes, I'm going to try to make it to Mystery Lake. I'm running low on everything, but we can find enough to get us through till spring, and then we can try to make it back to Calgary. Meet me there. We'll stay for a while. Follow the tracks in from the Carter. You'll see the lodge building, but we'll make for the cabins across the lake. Bring anybody you can find. Bring food and a deck of cards. See you soon, Heather. Good job, Backer. 4675. Very well done. Okay, nothing here. Let's check the visors. I very much doubt that there's anything in the visors in challenge mode. I might already stand corrected. It's possible that there was something in the visors in one of the previous moments, and I just completely am spacing on it. But I don't think that that's the case. So here's the Cattail River, and the cattails start... Oh, I hear bear crows. Which is expected. There is a bear in this area. My cattails start almost immediately, so I don't want to miss any. Because I'm fairly certain they will all count as food. So now we'll finally start picking up cattails, for those of you wondering why I haven't been picking up that many of those. Okay, the bear's actually close. Let me get low. Until I have a little bit more certainty where he is. I think he's to my right. More or less directly to my right. I might get a glimpse of him when we get up to this gap. So hold your breath. I know it might be a little bit dark. Still conserving lantern fuel though, so if we have to fish for that, we will. I have several fishing lines. I'm going to stay somewhat... Oh, just kidding. I'm not going to stay quiet. Good lord. That was unexpected. Doesn't happen very often. Let me actually take the painkillers against the pain that time. When I got that sprain while avoiding the wolf. Very similar situation, ironically. Apparently I took the painkillers, but I took them against the sprain itself. Just absent-mindedly while commentating. That's a mechanic that I'm familiar with, but I remember starting the next episode, and then I just blinked for a moment, like, why the heck is my vision blurry? What's going on? I'm confused. And one of our regulars kind of pointed to the previous episode and said, yeah, you took the painkillers against the sprain. It's like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Shish kebab. Shawshank Redemption. Chicago. Wow. That was close. Okay, let me see if we can get away with that a second time. That is rare too, by the way. I can't remember the last time I was coming up this river, even when standing up and just walking normally. I can't remember the last time my path nearly intersected with a wolf. So I'm going to be a little quiet for a moment because I need to listen for footsteps. Because I'm not sure if he's going to turn around and try and come back across the way he just crossed or what, but now I'm officially a little on edge. I mean, we have full health and we're nicely armored, so it's not a super scary situation, but I would just prefer not to get hurt when I know I'm already in the vicinity of a bear and there's also a wolf nearby. It's like, no thank you. Can we not put ourselves in that situation, please? Okay. There he is. He's actually walking away. That's good. Alright, I'm gonna try and stay on this side of the river and strafe so that we're watching. And hopefully he will not come back this direction before I'm out of the area. I think if I can get up to this little rock here, I'll be more or less safe. Unless his patrol route intersects with the river multiple times, which is possible. Again, I haven't run into this particular wolf in a long time. Not that this information matters a whole heck of a lot right now, because the wildlife spawn update is coming as part of Tales from the Far Territory. It's going to be a free update. It's not going to be something you have to pay for. As far as I know, anyway. The loot table update was a free update, so it makes sense to me that the spawn... I mean... I'm overthinking this because it doesn't make any sense for them to have a different spawn pattern for the Tales customers than for the standard customers. So it's going to be a free update. It's just never good as a creator when you don't know for sure, journalistically, what is going to be paid or what's going to be free. It's never good to just blurt stuff like that out when it's not confirmed first, officially. But in this case, we can infer with a high degree of confidence what's going to be paid content and what's going to be free. So that knowledge of like where the wolf's patrol path goes, whatever knowledge some of you might have right now, whatever knowledge might be gained from watching this wolf, interacting with it, hopefully not interacting with it anymore, but seeing it, you know, it's not going to matter for much longer past February, March 2023. And of course, the next update for Tales, the second update, is coming at the end of March. So that's exciting. We'll probably be we'll be through a few more challenges by then. But the fact that they announced the release date so far in advance is really useful because it gives me the opportunity to kind of be ready for it. And make sure that we don't get like a patch drop in the middle of a particular challenge, you know? Okay, I think I can probably stand up. I'm definitely being ultra cautious right now. But let me get to this pass here, then I'll stand up. I don't hear bear crows anymore, and I don't hear a bear. And thankfully, I can just munch on these cattails if I need to. Which it looks like I might momentarily. Oh, there they are. So the bear's still around. I'm going to stand up. He's to my right. Probably behind me would be my guess. But we have been moving slowly for a while, so there's really no guarantee. Mark, listen, we need to be listening right now, so could you not make all that noise? Thank you. I appreciate you, Mark, very much. Most days. All right. Let's grab these cattails. I'm still being somewhat quiet because I'm trying to listen for noise. Particularly bear noises. Lots of cattails. I feel so spoiled right now because one of the settings, I believe we used this setting in Against All Odds Season 6, but one of the settings I definitely have in the code that I'm going to use for Season 7, it is one that reduces the vegetation spawn rates. So the frequency that you find stuff, like, for instance, cattails, in the locations where cattails spawn, is reduced in the high difficulty code that I use most often. And that's actually more... That's a lower setting than Interloper. That is one setting that even Interloper doesn't reduce that. So that's one thing I like to mess with, to add some additional flavor. Is that a demon? Better not be a bear. Yeah, it's a demon. I'm still gonna stay low just in case. Oh, here comes the storm again.
Anything right now.
I know you could, but we're not quite up the river yet, are we, Mark? Yeah, it's definitely a deer. All right, I'm just gonna stand up. Watch it be a bear. Worst decision ever. All right, we're fine.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so there is a backpack here. Are we at the split? Yes, we are. Perfect. All right, so we're almost at the top of this area. Sorry, not trying to scare you. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Cleaned up dog food? Perfect. Could not have asked for a better find in that backpack. Holla frickin' Luya. Okay. Nothing else here. I guess what I'll do... Yeah, I'll go up
I made it through another night.
Yeah, you did. Good job. I'm going to go up this way and then back around counterclockwise just to check for all the cattails. And I don't want to lose well fed, so I'm going to crack that dog food in just a second. But we're probably safe from most predators at this point, and we are approaching the... Hey, bunny. We're approaching the Mystery Lake transition zone. Yeah, so... And we've gained lots of food to boot, so... That's a big win. Let's go ahead and eat this. 43% condition. Not the highest. Not the best. But still, it's moist. And that is advantageous in a number of ways when it comes to eating food. And replenishing thirst in the long dark. Okay. Up to the top of the hill, and then we'll go back that direction in just a moment. I'm pretty cold, though, so it might be worth resting for like an hour in here just to regain a little bit of warmth. There are lockers in here normatively, so I'm pretty excited that we're going to find some useful stuff. I do need to pick up a few more sticks, don't I? Or didn't I grab all this? No, I'm not quite there yet. But I only need 12 more, so I don't need to worry about finding too many more sticks at this point. The world is definitely getting colder. That is 100% happening. Pork and beans, Summit soda, nice. Let me go ahead and break down these crates. So I won't have to pass time. I'll just, you know, break down the crates. It takes 15 minutes each, and that effectively does the same thing. But we get wood at the end of it. So, as I recall, we were pretty close. Oh, we got some water. Nice. That's a good find. We were pretty close to the amount of wood that we needed in total. More fishing tackle. Okay, so we're definitely going to be okay on the fishing tackle front.
Find some water.
Mark, dude, you just found some. All right, so tinder-wise, we are good. Food-wise, we're very close. 8 reclaimed wood. That's what I was looking for. So we only need 8 more at this point. Ooh, lantern fuel. That's a good find. Cotton scarf. I can use those for repairs. I can also use... Wait, what did I leave in here? Oh, the flashlight. Yeah, I don't need the flashlight. Okay, well, let me break down a couple of curtains here, just to pass a little bit of time. And we should be almost fully warm again. Yes, we are. I didn't do anything with those climbing socks, did I? No, I didn't. Let's go ahead and put those on. There's not really anything I can wear that's better than what I've got. Oh, another metal container. I was not expecting that.
That'll come in handy.
Flare, decent fleece mittens. I'll pick them up, sure. All right, so I'm a little bit encumbered. I'll end up dropping some things at the top of the zone, as I discussed. So, I don't know. Like, I'm still deciding exactly where I will drop things, but I will end up dropping some stuff. So let me go ahead and eat a few of these cattails. Not going to eat a ton of them because this represents a lot of caloric value. So we want to make sure that we hold on to the majority of this stack. Let's drink some water. Could have drank that soda, to be honest. But I'd rather get rid of the weight from the soda. Don't I have some coffee on me, too? I think I do. Yes, I do. I've got a tin of coffee that I can further crack into. So, and believe it or not, we're still not done grabbing cattails. I believe I mentioned it earlier, but we still have to come down here. Hi, bunnies. And grab cattails, and then just go farther up the river until we basically get to the entrance to the ravine. And then we'll backtrack a little bit, check out the construction hut up there, check out the remote lodge, and then we've more or less searched everywhere in Coastal Highway. Which is brilliant. Because we're... we just look at this. 26 days, 6 hours, 7 minutes remaining. And this is how we're doing on the list. I don't want to get a false sense of security at all. But this is a really, really good start on the challenge. I would much rather be agonizing for the entire length of the challenge trying to find, like, one particular item than trying to find 10 particular items. So this is definitely a good situation for me to be in. More cattails. Plenty of cattails. So I would guess that all these cattails we've picked, if I were to just take everything back down to the Quonset right now, my guess would be that we're good. I believe from our discussion in the comments it was 2,000 calories per day, and we're sitting on 41 cattails. So that's, yeah, that's at least 2 days. That's, hang on, 150 each. So that's 4,000 plus another 6,000. Yeah, so that's 3 days worth of food. 3 days worth of food in just cattails right there, if I don't eat any more. So I think I'll be fine. And I'm not even done picking all of them. There's still more. So I can eat some and be okay. As long as I don't go below 40, that's 3 days worth of cat food. Or cat food. Of 3 days worth of food in terms of just cattails. I mean, there's already dog food in the game. Why shouldn't there be cat food? You know? Let's have some pet equality. I like both dogs and cats, by the way. Not expressing a favorite. I might lean slightly toward cat. But it also depends on the breed of each. Okay, here we are. So we definitely are going to be good on cattails. Even if we eat a few, we'll be fine. I'm most likely just going to you know, remove the temptation entirely. I'll just drop the entire stack of them at the construction hut up here. That's what I'm likely to do. So if you didn't know where I'm going, or if you don't know your way too much around Coastal Highway, check this out. So you come around here to the left side once you reach the waterfall at the top of this river, and you come up here. The waterfall that we're hearing is the waterfall that you walk past when you enter Coastal Highway from Mystery Lake. And if you see this rock face right here and that you feel like it looks somewhat familiar, that's because it is. So that's Mystery Lake in that direction. It's the ravine specifically. But now we're going to head back over here. Here's a good test to make sure my auto ducking is actually working now. Loud ass waterfall. I think my first several episodes after the recording software switch, auto ducking was not working at all because I had a setting different than what it needed to be set in my past software. So it didn't look like it was wrong, but it was wrong. So especially during the blizzard in the last episode of, might have talked about this already, but the blizzard in the last episode of Hopeless Rescue. That was very difficult to hear. Very, very difficult indeed. Okay, so here we are at the train unloading. Now, I could start a quick fire and make the coffee that I have on me, which is, I gotta tell you, it's very tempting. Go ahead and do that. And I see some pinnacle peaches and dog food. That's fantastic. More moist dog food.
There's got to be something useful in here.
Stale chocolate bar and a firearm cleaning kit. Nice. Anything else? Oh, wait. Thin wool sweater. Don't care. Don't care. Worn baseball cap, worn wool toque. That firewood might end up coming in handy. So what I'm probably going to do here. Water bottle, ketchup chips, nice. Baseball cap. What I'm most likely going to do is just drop some stuff by the door here when I leave. Energy bar, perfect. That's 500 calories right there. Yeah. So this is going to be a way station. It's a little bit out of the way. It's not perfect. But we're going to come back here when we are more confident that we found the rest of the things that we need. Let me quickly see what I've got. I'm going to go ahead and eat these pinnacle peaches. And as much as it hurts my soul to say this, because a 500 calorie energy bar is such a good guarantee that we're going to have all the food we need, I'm not worried about it. I'm going to eat that while I can afford to. And I've got this dog food on me. I'm just going to keep that for now. Now let's look at what I'm carrying. Yeah, see, I've got a ton of stuff here. So how much can this container hold? 33. Yeah. Okay, here's how this is going to go. Let's go ahead, let's sort by weight. We're going to drop all of that reclaimed wood. So we got 12 reclaimed wood altogether. We're going to drop all of those cattails. Well, these are the cattail heads. That's just the tinder. So I don't even need that anymore because the tinder I've already finished up. I'll go ahead and drop all of, like, I can drop the book, I can drop the wood, I can drop the sticks. I'll keep the accelerant on me. And I don't need the matches at all because I have a fire striker, so let's drop those. Okay, and then I think I have a few clothing items on me. Yeah, these are things that I can tear up and make bandages out of. So, I mean, for now I'll leave them because I can come back and get them later, but I don't just want to drop them in a place where I don't have access to them anymore. So there's that. Food-wise, I'll probably keep all that stuff. Can-wise, let's drop 2 of those. I'll keep 1 on me just to be safe. You can drop 1 of the firearm cleaning kits. I'll drop 1 of these sewing kits. We're about to run that one down so I can grab this other one. Okay. And of course we have these cattail stalks. I'm going to go ahead and drop every last one of those because we're going to find more. That's 5 pounds of cattail stalks that I don't need to be carrying around just constantly. So we're not going to do that. The hacksaw I can go ahead and get rid of as well. The pry bar I will keep, obvious reasons. Yeah, everything else looks solid. So let's now head down. We're not quite done in Coastal Highway. We have one more location that's relatively close by to search. And then I want to try to make it to Carter Hydro before things get too crazy. I might, and by get too crazy, I mean before I get too tired. So we're going to try to get down to the last location here that we need to search, and then come back up and get all the way to Mystery Lake in the next few moments of gameplay, unless the game has a monkey wrench ready and waiting for me, which is entirely possible. This is the Long Dark, let's be real. Let's just be real. Okay, let's step down here. And this is probably going to sprain me. It'll get a little bit better here. There we go. Flatten out a bit. There we are. And there it is. Those are carrion crows. That's a demon. All right, here we go. We have found our way to the remaining structure in Coastal Highway. This is literally it. And then we can... We're not going to be able to take that exact same path back up, but we will be able to mostly follow it. There's a stick there. All right, let's step inside here and see what we find. If there's a hatchet here, I'm going to laugh loudly. Like, really, really loud.
Someone's stash.
Oh, that line. All right, so we've got some reclaimed wood. That's perfect. I like that the interior of this particular cabin is so varied from the others. This is really similar to what you can find. All right, there's a not just any grape soda. Very nice. Stump remover. Nice. Don't need that. It's really similar to what you can find in some of Mystery Lake's cabins. Also in some of the... Where else are the coolers common nowadays? I think I'm thinking of Milton, but I might be mistaken. Because Milton has a different kind of interior for the most part. These cabins are more this area of the map than the Milton area. Ooh, 2 flares. Nice. That's a find. It's a find and a half. All right, so there's a ski jacket sitting right there. Yes, I can see the ski jacket, but I am thoroughly ignoring it because I don't need it. I also don't need that stack of paper, and I have no idea why I picked it up. Okay, so let's get back up. Let's see what we can do about that trip to Mystery Lake. That's a pretty good haul there. And there is a cave in the ravine, and I've got a bedroll. So I think I will be fine. I'm going to try and get back up that slope. Might regret it. But if I can get up to a certain point, I should be able to get back on the path where I got off of the path, and then I'll be fine. And I don't have to take the long way back around it, which is not a super long way, by the way, but I'm just trying to avoid... I'm trying to avoid effort, okay? Just give me space. Let's see what we can do here without spraining. Probably not a lot. Any second now. I'm going to take a sip of my drink. Hopefully it won't happen the second I take a sip. That was lucky. Alright, I do want to take my rifle out because occasionally there can be wolves up here, but I think I've made it. Yep. Perfect. That went a lot more smoothly than expected. I thought that that would be a one-way trip. I just couldn't remember if it was possible to do, so I tried it, and I succeeded. Heck yeah. Alright, well, we are on the way to Mystery Lake. It's going to take a minute to traverse the ravine, and we're at the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here. In the next one, we're going to arrive in Mystery Lake, and we're going to ransack Carter Hydro for whatever supplies it might have for us. And once we're done with that, hopefully we'll find the hatchet there, but we will continue to kind of look through Mystery Lake and see what kind of goodies that zone will yield for us. I'm pretty optimistic that the hatchet will be there, but this is a challenge mode, so who knows what rules have been implemented to make certain items hard to find, and certainly other items have been very easy to find so far. So maybe there's some balance. Maybe fate is ready to balance the scales and drag out the back half of the challenge now that we feel so confident with how we've come so far. But who's to say? We might find the hatchet the second we walk into the dam. So we'll just have to see. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time, or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time.